everyone. I got new music. I'm going to see if Tarot Stache kind of grooves to it.
Yes.
No, he's not dancing. I love that. I forgot your cousin. Everyone just move to the music. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been having fun with these recordings, and it's I have to toggle back and forth and concentrate, which is kind of difficult sometimes. But welcome, everybody. Oh my gosh, here we are with Tarot Stache.
Tarot Stache, thanks for having me here.
Yeah, my pleasure. We're here for entertainment and snide remarks, and he's full of them for sure. And we promise not to let good taste get in the way of a good joke. Poor taste. It should be poor taste.
It should be poor taste. Because I think some bad jokes are really in good taste, actually.
I know. I'm going to change that right now.
Yes.
Don't let poor taste. Yeah. Whoops. How is everybody today? All right. I'm so happy to be here.
Me too.
I am going to be asking my friend Gerald some questions, and I would like to know if you have questions for Gerald. Another thing we're going to do is invite people into our show so we can have a conversation with you. One of the things that we're both passionate about is if someone is stuck on something, either their spiritual development or stuck on a project, stuck in a relationship, whatever it is, I think it's a better connection if you were here live. So what I'm going to do is, I think it's still here. Paste. That's it. I have just put the link to this show in the conversation. If you'd like to join us, you will have priority over anybody in the chat. It's just kind of fresh and new. So enter YouTube through Chrome. Have at least your mic on so we can hear you. We'd love to see your face. And so that's a little bit something new. I just want to say hello to people. We've got Karen. Hey, Karen Doyle is here. Thank you. Thank you, Glenda. So nice to see you. And Dawn has a question. I have starred.
Hi, Dawn.
And I will get back to you. Yes, Dawn and I are friends, and she's so nice to join the conversation. And I do see your correction, your oops, so I will star that too. We've got Starseed here. Thank you.
Karen.
Kinsey. Craig. Very nice to see you. Clara is here too. Joan Baker.
Of course.
Louisa. Medium Betsy Palmer.
Betsy. Hello, Betsy. Betsy.
Thank you so much.
She did a great show with me on Tuesday talking about support. What does support look like when you're developing your relationships with your spirit guides and deity? It was really wonderful. It was really
wonderful. So that is on your, I'm just going to cue up. What title would that be? Let's see.
I can do a quick search for that.
Could you put the link of that maybe?
I would be glad to. It was a laugh and learn, and it was about supporting yourself. So
put the link to that in there, and I'll have it so I can keep it going. I would love to talk to Betsy sometime. We've got someone in the queue. Dawn of Mediumship is coming in, but I just want to say, hang on, and I will, as soon as you get that yellow, golden yellow.
Hi, golden yellow.
And then Millie, all these wonderful new faces. And we've got Richie's. Oh, that's a sweet little.
Oh, Richie's Reach. Hi, Richie. Well, and everybody realized that, we would love to have you join us. And that's why we've put in the StreamYard link into the chat. StreamYard works best in Chrome or Firefox. You don't have to have your face. It always helps. And
Mhm.
we just need to be able to hear your voice. So,
And I'm going to put it in again, just in case you. So, and
so
we'll just go ahead and take Dawn of Mediumship first, so people can kind of see how it's done, and then I'm going to ask you some personal questions. You can not say or choose not to answer, but one of those questions will be about soup, because you got me last time on soup. What soup is your favorite? I'll just say it out.
well,
Do you have a favorite?
I'm a big fan of split pea soup.
Oh, I kind of like that too.
I really am. It's good. I mean, but again, like I said, it's that idea of soup is so good because you can just it's like temperance card. It's
Yeah.
like mixing and matching the pieces and parts, putting it into your cauldron and setting your intentions and then letting it cook for a long time. It's absolutely wonderful.
That's a ritual that tea drinkers have. Where coffee,
Yes.
it's just pour it in and that's it. But tea drinkers have a whole sensei room for it.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat, really neat. Whoops. I started that wrong. Okay, so I'm going to add you, Dawn. So can you hear us?
Oh, I sure can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
And
Yes.
hi, Dawn.
Hi, how you doing?
So
Doing
I don't
good.
know if there's feedback. There might be a little feedback, but this is Live and Learn. So
okay.
you had a question for Gerald. And so I'm going to let you and Gerald have a little space for each other.
Oh, okay, thanks.
What is your question?
Oh, I was wondering if I should stay in the seminar that starts on May 1st and switch to the seminar that starts on May 8th. It's the exact same seminar, except for different leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And the co-leader on May 8th is really cute.
And is that going to be a distraction for you?
Not really, no. I would be leaving a group of friends and going with another friend into the May 8th, but I'd be leaving a group of 3 friends that I've been with before.
So I'm curious. I want to do a reading looking specifically at if you should stay in the May 1st group. Because and then that'll give us some insight on the other one. And is it okay to tell me the seminar?
Oh, it's Causing the Miraculous. It's like it's in part of landmark education.
So let's also do some numerology with that. So it's May 1st, 2024, or it was May 8th, 2024.
Right. All the dates are the same except for the first or the end date.
Okay. So May 1st is Beltane, which is always a good start. Something new.
It is.
So
although it's nice to have it start later too. So
yeah. So we've got. I'm doing math. So
no problem. I can talk if you want in between time. So I had like quite a busy schedule this year, so it's kind of nice to have a little bit of break in between.
Yeah. Okay. So looking at this is I got an answer of more no than yes for staying with the May 1st class.
Okay.
But I got it with the Empress card. And so letting it go a little bit later might be helpful for things to come to fruition.
Okay.
And my pairs, the pairs about this class in general are really good for you. The Fool and the King of Cups, a beautiful pairing of I like this Fool because it's it's a fool with some life experience.
Mhm.
So this class, it genuinely feels like you're going to be getting that boost and that excitement that you haven't had for a while.
Mhm.
So and it's going to help you understand some of your uh, some of the way you're feeling about the work that you are doing and the work that you've been doing for yourself, the things that make you happy.
Okay.
Um, yeah, the class is really good. Nine of Pentacles and the Magician, which
Mhm.
is got all of the power, the hard work that you've done has been very rewarding for you.
Mhm.
Um, I have the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles.
Mhm.
Basically, it's a long version of saying this class is really good for you. Um,
Thank
and
you.
I am going to, because you came on, I'm going to do another spread
Okay.
related to, let's look at the 8th, because it's just a week later.
Mhm.
How have you been? Do you know your number for the year, your personal number?
Oh yes, I was born. Yeah. If you do the old numerology, I know Deborah likes to do the new numerology. I was born a 44 life path.
Okay.
Yeah. And otherwise, new numerology, I was born a 33, or excuse me, 35 8. So yeah. So
So
yeah, I'm always like 8 either way, but 44 or 38
so this
8
is a
or
good
35
year.
8.
This is a
Yeah.
good year for you because this is an 8 year, and part
Mhm.
of that challenge is how do you balance all of the things that are possible for you
Mhm.
without losing the opportunity um, per, um, to so that you can get above and you can look at things a little differently and you go, okay, here's the situation has changed a little bit. So
Mhm.
now I can focus on this. Okay, we're looking at May 8th. And I know Deborah and my numerology is just a smidge different.
Mhm.
Um,
So do you kind
but
of do the old numerology like Faith Devane and Dusty Banks?
what was
Or
that?
do you do the old numerology, the old style numerology a little bit?
I do the numerology that I learned through Mary Kay Greer, just
Okay.
totaling up the things. Um,
Uh-huh.
So I think the May 8th is a good idea for you. You are going to have some choices associated with doing it on the May 8th.
Okay.
So um and again, neither one of them are going to be bad for you,
Mhm.
but the May 8th may require you to have more choices throughout the process.
Okay, great. Thank
So,
you. I really appreciate that. I have to say, as a gemologist, I love your tiger eyes
oh,
necklace. It's so
thank you.
fabulous.
Thank
It's
you.
so cool. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thanks for joining. So,
Thank you so much.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
You take care. Bye.
okay. Thank you. You have a great day too. Appreciate it
You
so
too.
much. Thanks.
Appreciate you
Okay.
being here.
Yes. Okay. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
We have
Ooh,
we have Karen, Craig, and Cat Mama in the queue.
great.
So thank you so much. That worked out well. Now we have real readings that people can, and I got to tell you, I don't care what the question is. If you're witnessing it live, you get something out of it. There is some combination of words that you can apply to your own
I
life.
agree with you. I agree
Yeah,
with you. I think people
yeah.
need to, listen with an open mind and an open heart,
Mhm.
open ears.
Open ears. Exactly. Here we go with Karen. Hi, Karen. Can you hear us?
Hi, yes.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm so happy. So, welcome to the show.
Hi, Karen.
Thanks.
So
I
happy
was
to
gonna, I
have
was
you.
trying to type my question.
This is
So
easier.
lately I feel like things are on pause for me. I just got a different job. So I missed my last YouTube thing because I was sleeping.
Oh,
But it seems lately, yeah, I was supposed to be with Gerald. it seems lately like classes that I want to do just kind of are falling on the times that I work. I just can't get motivated.
I get that. I get that. Do you know your numbers?
Let's see. I just did it today.
That's okay. What's your personal year number? Like
9.
what? You're
So
on
it's
a
a
9 personal year?
27-9. Yeah,
Oh, it's
27-9.
27-9. Oh, you're very good at what you do. But what's your personal year number? Is it?
Oh, I don't know.
It's okay. A month and day, please.
3/16/70.
Okay, thank you. Mhm. Oops. So you go ahead whenever you want, if you've got it.
Go ahead and, I mean, you were going to say something about the numbers. I thought I could just.
I know. I'm just going to do a little bit here. Oh, you're in a 9.
Always a help.
It's a 9 personal year. It all makes sense. This is what. Yeah, go ahead. This is going to be good.
Well, and okay, so Karen, what I have for you is you're finding new inspiration, and you're seeing it around. You don't know how to weave it in yet. You don't know how to download that information into your processes. I know we talk about light language.
Yeah.
Your light language has probably fine-tuned in the last, I would say, I'm feeling 18 months, and really the last 5 months have really, really skyrocketed it. And what's happening is suddenly you're going, all of this stuff that I used to do isn't working. And something needs to happen. This is where you need to get a higher perspective. You need to be willing to look outside of yourself and see yourself as, getting the chills. You need to see that what you're doing is part of a greater energy. It's not just you and what you're influencing. It's the greater energy and you and where it is.
Okay.
So, because, and I love this card, I got the life force energy card. Karen, you don't feel like you're connected to what's going on in the world. You feel like an outsider. Your roots have been moved, literally.
Yeah, literally.
You need to get your feet in the dirt.
Okay.
You need to plant a tree. You need to do something.
Okay.
I want to hear what Deborah has to say.
Well, the one thing I have to say is that you have a hard time letting go of what you think could be a legacy for yourself or someone else. And so this is the year life is asking you to let stuff go. And I do believe that once you decide to let something go and even live for 1 hour or 1 day of not thinking that something is a priority anymore, it's going to be like a dam opening. And here we are at almost May. So it's been hard on you this year. That's not been that easy. And so you're getting a new job and everything. It's like, oh yeah, what's next? Nothing's really bringing you a lot of joy right now, but on paper it should. On paper,
yeah, I don't have to work very much. Yeah. I moved, but I'm not used to it. I'm used to working 12, 14 to 16-hour days. So this is really like way too much time on my head.
What it is that you need to create. I don't care what it is. Create something, a video course, create a pamphlet, a YouTube video. I don't care what it is. You could create a doghouse, build a doghouse. It doesn't matter what it is. It needs to happen though. And I do see that you're resisting with the 8 of Cups reversed. You're resisting walking away from something you should really walk away from, and it's troubling you. I'm not going to tell you what that is. Spirit has told me it has something to do with emotional connection with something, maybe even family.
It's my whole entire past.
Oh,
I don't have a problem opening up. It's my whole entire past, the things I've been through in my life, letting all that go. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we can really see, that's a misnomer. Oh, I'm just going to let that go. That's really easy for us
Yeah,
to
it's
say,
really just to say,
because
not
who we are today
Mhm.
came from that mess, and we're pretty
Yeah.
good. We like ourselves right now.
Yeah.
So how do you contribute to that legacy that way, but honor it and move forward? But it's creating something, anything. Gerald was mentioning it's a garden. That I don't care what it is, but produce something, not just think of something. Miss Ace
Like
of
actually
Ace of
stop.
Swords.
Like
Yeah,
actually do something on my
yeah.
YouTube.
Just say, "Oh, I think I'll plant this plant." Go to Lowe's, purchase it, and plant it. Do everything all the way through, because the momentum is stopping with the swords.
Write the poems, write the book, get it out of your heart and onto the page.
And if you have trouble with that, contact me, because I have a way you can do a protocol where it gets done and it doesn't seem overwhelming, because I just saw you roll your eyes. I'm like, oh, the book.
That book,
But,
I've been told that a lot. So
well, it's there then. You know, whatever you have. See, this is the thing. Everyone's telling you to write a book, right?
Yeah.
So what they should be saying is, Spirit would like you to be the one to write this book. If you're not going to do it, they're going to give it to someone else.
Yes.
Okay.
Light a fire. If you want it, if you don't want it, just leave it and not bring it up anymore. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you need a book to distract you a little bit more away from your writing, the book Big Magic talks exactly what Deborah talked about. Big magic.
Okay.
And
I like that. Big magic.
Big magic. And she talks about that. Creative ideas come to us, and if we ignore them, they find someone else to help.
That's right. Exactly.
So,
oh, Karen, I hope this has helped. Thank you so much. We've got some more in the queue.
Thanks, guys.
And so we're going to go to Craig next. Love ya.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. That was nice. She's a very nice person.
Great lady.
And we've got, hi there, Craig. It's nice to see you.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, Gerald. Hey, Deb. How are you?
Hi.
Good.
Very good. I'm just trying to do my work here and try
Yeah,
to click on something that's not going to offend. I hope I didn't kick her out. I removed her because we're getting some more people in. Craig, it's very nice to meet you and talk about you and Clara. Clara is your spirit guide. There she is. She's been with you since when?
1987, February 1986. I'm sorry.
1986. So she came to you in a dream. She came to you in 3D. What did she do?
All of those. What had happened?
Really?
I went to an army hospital. I was very, very ill, and I went there, and they sent me there, and I woke up, and Clara told me years later. She goes, "I took the nurse's body so I could be there to take care of you." Okay, so, and uncannily, she knew everything. She knew everything. Everything from my midnight snack and what I'd watch on TV, everything. Peanut butter banana sandwiches. She says,
I love those.
I put those in the refrigerator for you. And I go, okay. And that's where they appeared. And then, and then she would reappear in my life every now and then. And then one day when my mom passed away, I couldn't take it anymore. I was sitting here about 2 years ago thinking, oh, God, guides and angels, come to me, because I'm going to do something drastic. I can't take this. The pain is too much. And then she popped in. And then ever since then, she's been here for the past 2 or 3 years, every day,
And that's great.
Listen, you at first you're kind of like, how do I act around a movie star? But then again, that don't matter anymore,
No.
right.
No.
So the question to her was, because she saved my life a couple of times, and she wants me to write a book about everything. And I'm old fashioned, so I'm writing it out in longhand.
Yeah.
And I haven't been to school in maybe about 15 years. So it looks like I'm going to have to go back up there, get with the intellectuals, and start writing something. And I know she wants me to do this. So, and there's so many new ways to write a book, I'm not into it for the money, because I get paid by the force, the VA. I'm not into money. I wouldn't feel right taking money from Clara, in our memory. If anything was generated from it, I'd probably donate it to one of her favorite charities, like animals or something like that. And that has nothing to do with it. It's just the mechanics of getting something like that written. It can be challenging.
Well, there are people where you meet on Zoom and you just start talking and you tell the story and then you tell another story, and it doesn't have to connect. And the person will connect everything and fill in the gaps and create the story. So I forget what it's called, but it's like not a ghost writer as much as, do you know? I can't remember.
I don't know.
So anyway, there's services that would do that. So your question is, should you write a book or what?
My question is, if I do this book like she wants me to, will I have her help, guidance? Will I have all this stuff? Will people come to help me on this? Because I feel like alone in it. I am writing everything I can remember down in longhand. That is therapeutic and helpful. But at the same time, I talked to Sterling about this about a year ago, and he says she wants you to write a book. And I said, okay, all right,
Right. Well, she did come in as the Queen of Cups, which makes sense. So she's coming in as the queen, and it looks like there's a young person, very young person, dependent person would be that age, with her. I don't know if it's her son, her daughter, or someone younger than her, but it looks like she likes the way, because of the Hierophant, she likes the way you're starting out with that old-fashioned hard copy, writing it out, because that's easier for her to get into your head and write that down and move that pen or bring up. You're in the right spot for her to talk to you when you're in that. So my suggestion is to just write what she tells you and don't worry about connecting it. And then I was in Massachusetts, and then I went to this, and this happened, and then have to tell the story of how you got to Massachusetts, right? You don't have to do that. Just write the one by one, because I've got the Ace of Pentacles. Doesn't necessarily mean money, but it is money. It's anything tangible. When you go Clara up here to your mind, which is still not tangible, into your body and onto a piece of paper, it becomes tangible. That's what she's saying. She'll help you with it. Absolutely. What did you get, Gerald?
Interesting. The first card that I got was also the Hierophant. So Craig, what would be helpful for you is for you to set up a rhythm and a structure on when you are going to do this. So pick a time of the day when you feel like you are open and you can do the writing. So that's extremely important. Be willing to have it be messy. Be willing to have it. Don't worry about it making sense.
Right.
And then you have to show up and you have to keep doing the work. The 8 of Pentacles, keep doing the work.
Okay.
She's supporting you. Absolutely. I have the 6 of Pentacles to support you on that. Yes, there's a give and take. Your thing, listen to me. Your thing, Craig. When I'm pointing, it's a tell for me. If I'm pointing at you, it's not just Gerald. What's really important is you have to be inspired. This is the Knight of Wands. You have to get that inspiration and then be willing to do it. You know what? That's a great story. I'm going to write that down. Then get your notebook out
immediately
and then start writing it down. I carry that notebook around with you because, I mean, from what I can tell, she's going to get your attention any way she can get your attention at any time. And she's going to inspire you.
Yes. And then Millie de la Prita said, yes, the stream of consciousness is called automatic writing. And it's just like when you drive a car, just mindlessly drive a car. It sounds terrible, but that's the seed of information right there. It's open and you get it.
And
Yeah,
Craig,
like with your guitar, you know, you look up all of a sudden it's 6 hours later and you go, oh my gosh, I thought I've only been on it for 30 minutes, you know.
That's
Your
right.
hand, you got to lie down.
yeah. And I think one of the things that is important for you is to decide that you are going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to write stuff down?
Oh,
or
yes.
not?
Yes.
And if
I've
you
been like
are,
3 months.
if you are, then do it and stop trying to use other things as a distraction.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't matter what you write on, what you write with, just show up, set the schedule, and then that way you get into that rhythm. And it's going to be quite powerful, quite wonderful.
Yeah, she said, don't get distracted.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Don't get distracted.
Okay.
So
just yeah.
Makes sense. All right.
And I would say, Craig, you're going to want to do this. Don't put music on. Just do it in silence so that you can hear things better.
All right. The more silent and more still around me, the better.
Yep. The hermit.
Oh,
Do
the
it in
hermit.
silence.
All right.
Couldn't be more clear.
Yep.
Bravo.
Craig.
All right.
Thank you so much. It's nice meeting you face to face.
You too. Both of you.
Thank
All right.
you. All right. Thanks for subscribing, for supporting us. Yeah.
Oh.
See ya. Bye.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Appreciate it. Okay. So, and now we have Cat Mama.
Oh,
Cat Mama. What?
Nyati.
Yeah.
I thought
Hello.
somebody else was going first. So I'm sitting here shuffling cards,
Oh,
listening.
good
I'm
for
like,
you.
and I'm thinking, oh my gosh. It's so interesting that Craig came in and talked to you about this, because there's a friend of mine who had a partner who ended up getting this horrible, horrible disease. And there was no coming out from it. Anyway, it was a long, arduous thing, as you can imagine. And gosh, I need to refocus. Okay, so I've been telling her for years, you got a book in you, and the things that you went through and that you experienced could be not only cathartic for you to get out, but there are people out there in the world who have loved ones that either have the same disease or something similar, you know. And she's all along said she wanted to write a book, but she didn't know how. So we talked the other night. So Craig, are you listening? So, you know, I just brought it up again because I'm not going to harass her. You know, I just said, you know, I just mentioned about the book, and she said, I don't know how to start it. I don't know where to start, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, and then I asked her a question, like, how did her and her partner meet or whatever? And so she could just talk. And I said, and when she was done talking about that, I said, well, that was a chapter. And then I asked her another question, like maybe it was about the equipment that I helped buy, this special chair. And then she talked about that for a long time. And then when she was done with that, I go, that was a chapter. And somewhere along the line, I said, well, what would you call it? She goes, oh, I don't know. But Michelle used to always say this thing. I go, you just said the title right there. It was perfect. Mm-hmm. I said, you know what we could do if you're interested? We could get, we can either record or we could do, you know, that those programs I think it's called like Dragon or whatever, where it turns talk into text.
You can do that on Zoom now. Did you know that? You can.
Sorry?
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but for everyone, you can do that on Zoom where you just talk into the Zoom, or you can have the Zoom on recording on your phone.
Wow.
And then
records it as text?
Yeah, yes, but what you have to do in your settings is ask for the transcript. And it'll be I know, I'm excited about it. Well,
first of all, Craig, did you hear that? And second of all, I can't wait to tell my friend. Okay, so I said, here, let's just do this. Let me have you over for dinner. And we'll just sit down and we'll turn on the program that will capture your stories and translate it into text. And it'll just be casual. You'll just be talking to me and I'll ask you some questions and then you could tell your stories. I said, because your story really writes itself. You know, we don't have to worry about the chronology right now. Later on, that's something where we could put the chapters of the stories together. You know, and then she finally went, oh my gosh, I never thought about doing it this way. I'm like, well, that's why it's good to bounce things off of people, you know, especially people who really care about you and have your best at heart.
You could do that as a living. You could do that as a side gig or grow it into a business, because I know I'm not saying I know you, but I feel comfortable saying that I am confident in your abilities to do just that. Help people, write it down, you connect the dots, and help it get out there.
Well, you know, I'm a Virgo. I came into this world as service being like my primary goal. And that is my place where I'm the happiest. And I have been, you know, in some form of serving for years. And like right now, you know, this is like my 20-something year of being an active shop steward. And I'm an activist on many, many levels, but I don't want to usurp all the time we have here. And I thought I was going to ask a completely different question, because I was inspired by, was it Karen who was before Craig?
Yes.
Yes.
I was inspired by something that she asked, and I was like, okay, that's the question I'm going to ask. But then listening to Craig, I was like, oh no, I got another.
I love this.
I'm discombobulated because I got 8 million questions, and I can't believe I got the two of you gorgeous human beings right here. So now I'm like,
God bless you.
What should I ask?
You are so wonderful.
You guys are so wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, poopy. So got a gazillion questions. But okay, so yeah, you inspired another question, Deborah. Doggone it. So about a different job or a side job or whatever. So, and I'm on my break right now, in case anybody's wondering. Yes, I work. I am a biologist, and I've been doing the job for decades now. But I've had a dream of seamlessly moving from my job as a biologist to being a full-time author. And full-time, I don't mean like sitting in front of a hot computer all day long. Sure. I mean like becoming self-sufficient, a self-made woman, independently wealthy. Because my dream is to be a philanthropist. I am a philanthropist on a low level with the means that I have. But my dream is to be a philanthropist like on the Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates level, where, you know, I can finally fulfill my goal to be a fairy godmother. Like on my Facebook page, it says fairy godmother apprentice. Because I'm not there yet, but you got to make money to give money away. And I just want to wake up every day, play with my kitties, get a cup of tea, sit down and grant wishes, and then go about my business. And those wishes could be many, anything from grants and scholarships for women in the sciences to refurbishing creeks and, you know, streams, you know, refurbishing, I mean like environmentally restabilizing them. To one of my dreams I've had for a long time is to give masks, you know, the masks, the oxygen masks but they're specially made for cats and dogs, different animals, because they're shaped like for muzzles and stuff, that the fire department would put on your animal. Like if they came and rescued them on a fire. I want to be able to give those free to fire departments and stuff. So I've got a long list of honeydews. And so I thought, okay, as a biologist, I'm not going to be making the kind of money that I need. So I thought, well, I sell my books, and my books, I could use that money to become a fairy godmother. But my books haven't, I mean, I've sold some. I have 3 that are in print right now, and 2 more that are almost ready for that.
Claudia, I'm going to interrupt you for a moment, if that's okay.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm hearing some nudges. You are exploding with wonderful ideas, and you are keeping them in here, and they're in here. what I'm hearing is you need to get all of these great things down on paper so
yeah.
that you can use your brain, which is extremely intelligent. You do not give yourself credit for the intelligence that you have. Did you hear that?
Deborah does though. I'm
Yeah.
7, she says. So
Yeah.
Claudia, you're more intelligent than you give yourself credit for. Stop arguing with it. Get all of the information down on a piece of paper.
I got it.
Then take a step back, and then you can start to make it make sense. You will be able to see these connections. But because you're so full, you've got so many of these great ideas.
Ooh.
You don't know where to start because there's too many of them pinging around. It's
No,
like,
I do know where to start. I got 3 books out there in the world just dying to be bought so I could take that money and make more money so I could give the money away. I've already put this stuff in process, and I do have copious notes of the things I want to do.
yeah. So I am getting this feeling of, for you, it's really important for you to write it all down, 6 of Swords, get it all out so that it can move you along to the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. And by the way, the idea of multitasking does not work.
I used to be really good at it, but now that I'm pushing 60, I'm not so good at it anymore.
It's, so I'm just going to say, and by the way, as I'm pulling cards, I have the Empress and I have the Lovers. How beautiful is that? Get it out so that you can start looking at it in a new way. You need to look at some of this from, dare I say, and Deborah, jump in. You need to look at this from a scientist standpoint, because science is art.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I just started smiling as soon as you said that, because when you have it written down, of course.
Yep.
But some of the things you write down are places you want to give money to.
Mm-hmm.
And all those things where you want to give the money to.
Mm-hmm.
But what is it that you're going to make the money for that? And so some of the things that you're passionate about, I do believe there's a niche inside that will be able to generate income. But as far as your books are concerned, you can do promotions and get on the bestseller list and that type of thing. But a lot of times it's just whoever loves you will buy your book, and then they would like to have a relationship with you. So I don't know if you have that topic, whatever topic the book is. Let's say you do an evening with fill in the blank with that topic. So people who enjoy that topic can start getting to know you, and that, oh, you have a book of that topic, I'm going to go buy it. So it's marketing that way.
Yeah, my books it's all the same book, but in different languages.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a body positive book, which is something I wish I would have had as a child.
Wings of a Pig.
And not only is it body positive, but it teaches the law of attraction without calling it as such. And I wish I would have had that as a child as well. Seriously. And when I've done book readings, I've had adults come up and tell me that they wish that they had this book.
That's all they need. That's what people need to hear.
Yep.
And so it's difficult for you to just say, oh, you need my book. but the enthusiasm will sell it. Now I do 1 month increments in my timelines. If I do get timelines, it does look like within about 30 days, things are going to, doesn't mean it has to take 30 days. What I'm saying with the world is that it's inside 30 days when the penny drops. And you went, oh, okay, I can do that. Because I think you have things left undone with your book project. You have this title and it's wonderful. And then you set it out in the world and there's something else you need to do. The details and stuff. And you can hire that out. Fiverr is a great place to hire things out.
What does that mean?
Fiverr is, it's Fiverr, and it's a place you can go to help promote things, or you type in the search bar, anything. These people are around the world. Some will do gigs for $5, some $20. I just had my YouTube channel optimized SEO done for $20 and for 10 videos. So it's things you can have someone else do. I think you're trying to do too much on your own.
Well, I mean, the original publisher was keeping the lion's share of the profits and not promoting my book. And then I made the decision.
That's what publishers do.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
And then I made the decision to move to Amazon before I knew they were creeps, or Jeff Bezos was. Anyway, so Amazon still keeps the lion's share of the profits. However, they are available worldwide. And I have sold books in Japan and Australia.
Sure. So you have an audience. What we need to do is that, you need, well, I'm not going to tell you what you need. You will find out what you need. It will dawn on you. The penny will drop. I'm not going to talk you into anything. I'm just telling you, but we're both just telling you what is presented today. And then, but all of this confusion looks like it's going to even out within about 30 days. But you have our support for sure. But
thank you.
I need
so my question was,
I'm afraid we've run out of time. I'm sorry. We've got Ness in the cube. Why don't you stay in? Cat Mama, stay in. Don't leave the studio. I'm going to get to Ness and then we'll come back. Okay.
Okie dokie, artichoke. Artichokes, plural.
Okay. All right. Ness. Beautiful, beautiful Ness. How are you, sweetheart? Can't hear you. Are you muted? Oh, you're muted. Let me see if I can unmute you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hi. Okay, I came in with a general question, but now I feel called to ask a tangential question.
Okay.
I'm having an interesting case of deja vu, and I'm going through it's been happening a couple times the past 10 days, kind of not quite 2 weeks, but I'll be doing something innocuous like being in the kitchen or being on a hike or being in the loo, just something very normal. And all of a sudden I'll have a spatial deja vu of being at Disneyland. And I went to Disneyland twice last year for the first time since I was a child. And I'm just curious about what your hits are coming on that, because I'm not thinking about Disneyland. I'm okay. I feel satisfied with my Disneyland experience. If I would go, it'd probably be within a year or so. It's really interesting. Like, I feel like all of a sudden I'll be in the kitchen and then I'll be at a place at the park.
Yeah.
And I'll be like looking over there and it's in a weird way. Like I'm in my kitchen, but I'm also there at the same time.
That's Providence. That is Providence. Divine intervention. This is how your guides talk to you. You'll be doing something else and a full sentence will land, or a full video or visual will land. And that is from your guides. It's on the outside. So how you felt at that portion of the park is what they're saying. Please remember this part, because this is what your life right now today is missing.
Okay. I mean, because Disneyland is just pure joy. Like, you're just a kid. And
you might be taking I'm an adult,
but it taps into your kid and wonder and like, it's pure joy. So
so that's basically it can be that simple.
It's literally that simple. When I'm having these spatial memories, my guides are saying, hey, remember how much fun you had?
Tap, tap.
You need to do more of that. Okay.
That's exactly what I got. I got the idea of is when you're having these moments, think about, or, be willing to, how did you feel when you were there at the park? That's what they're grabbing your attention with. They are encouraging you to continue to, since you know that that's guide speaking with you, that you need to on purpose speak with them and connect with them.
Okay.
Because
being intrusive.
Yeah, because they want to develop this rapport with you in this relationship, because you have a lot of you're starting to think about things differently, Ness.
That's accurate. Yes.
And you're also wanting to be inspired about how are you going to put those thoughts into action.
Yes, that's accurate. I don't want to be in this receiving antenna but phase. I'm really looking to turn them into tools.
Yep.
And turn this into action. Yeah.
And this is the bridge to help you what you're thinking to how to put it into action.
Okay.
Talk to your guides.
For it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if either of you have been to Disneyland, but it's pure joy. Indiana Jones, right, is pure joy. I highly recommend it. It's just like your inner child. Very happy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. That's it. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ness. God bless you, dear. And Cat Mama, we're back.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
This is like a cartoon.
I know, I am a cartoon. Well,
you're correct.
I didn't know how long you're going to be on, so I thought
everybody get your tiny hands and hold on. Keep your hands and arms inside the ride at all times.
Well, I just thought, oh, this is a good time. I'll run out and get the mail. I didn't think you'd be over so fast.
Well,
and I had you in my pocket.
Now I'm curious.
Yes.
What's that?
What's your question, Claudia?
My question is, will I be able to move seamlessly from being employed to being self-employed? Will I be able to go from being a biologist seamlessly into being a children's book author in a way that, I will be able to self-sustain,
Mm-hmm. I'm looking.
That's my question.
I'll just go ahead and jump in if you don't mind, Gerald. I get a no on that, and here's why. It doesn't mean you're not going to succeed at it. It means that your idea of seamless is different than reality. Seamless means I can one day wake up and be maybe I'm just putting words in your mouth, but be this author. So I think it's knitted in between, but as far as doing it the way you're thinking it could be done, the answer, I'm sorry, was no. And I've got a lot of people in your reading, so I don't know where that comes from. It could be that you're not what your job is as a biologist needs to remain a little longer to help someone live. I don't know. I don't know what that is. But what did you get, Gerald?
I got there is a lot more planning that you have to do for it to be close to seamless, whatever that means. Because I got the embodiment of swords, which is the King of Swords. You have to make sure that you are managing your money correctly. You're managing what you're saying, your thought, your word, and your deed, so that when it comes time, and I love that this is a sword. And by the way, probably for at least 13 months, you're going to have to continue to do both things before it gets seamless. So there's going to be some areas of disappointment because it's not going to work exactly as you thought, Claudia. However, one of the great things is I got the action of cups. You are going to be emotionally inspired to do this. And that's a really important thing. It is really important, though, for you to keep those emotions in check so you're not making uninformed choices, if that makes any sense. Don't get ticked at somebody one day and then just off and quit. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, because I mean, like I do, if I know, it's not hard for me to cut the chaff, in other words.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will do that. I have
working requires some political savvy in how you say things. So you're very powerful when you say things, those things manifest. So make sure that you're putting out there exactly what you want to get back.
Mhm.
So, I mean, and I know that's a lot of information coming at you. So,
and it might be disappointing, but I want to remind everybody that what we read on today is the energy signature of today. And if not changed, this is the most probable future. The answer
yes.
today was no. And however, changing your perspective and therefore your strategy, the outcome will change.
Yep.
So that's where the readings lie. Some people feel that a few people, not very many in our field, I have discovered, actually feel that what they say is.
Oh.
And it's because we have free choice. We can change our mind. We can do a whole lot of different things. So if this reading bummed you out, understand that it doesn't have to be that way.
Mhm.
So you'll get and just shifting a little bit will open up new horizons to focus on,
Awesome.
to
Thank you.
your greatness.
Yeah. And Claudia, it's going to be helpful for you to have support while you go through this idea of the transition from going to being a biologist to being a full-time author.
Oh, that might be why I had so many people in my reading for
Yep.
her.
Yeah, you need a support team and people who can mentor you. Because, and again, I'm pointing again. Deborah, I'm pointing all the time. This is my tell, everybody.
Okay.
You are very intelligent. Stop discounting what you know and what you do. Ask for help, because strong people know when to ask for help, because you're really close to this. Ask for people who have done this before and be willing to hear what they say. Oh, she's thinking. Can you see that?
Yeah, but you know, a seven life path that's not their first idea, because they do things on their own. But this is a time to maybe entertain the thought, do it just a little bit
No, I was
different.
just thinking about who some of those go-to people might be. That's all.
Well, once you start listening, thinking they're out there, just call them in. Cast your net wide. All right. Ooh. I bless you and leave you with that. It's
Thank
just
you
a
both.
pleasure
Thank you.
to see you. Oh, look at that. How did you do that? Can I do that?
I'm a magician.
How did you do that? I can't do that. I'll have to talk to you after the show. God bless you, Cat Mama. Thank you so much.
Hey, Claudia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. So I want to thank quickly, we've got Madame Maru's House of Cards, Early Ritual, Sarah, Sharon Sipe, and Bora Bora helping us out as moderators. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I want you, anybody here from my channel that doesn't know Gerald, excuse me, I'm sorry, Tarot Stache.
Gerald works.
Okay. But I want them to go to your channel and subscribe, like and subscribe. And we're on the last couple minutes of the show, and I didn't get to ask you some of the questions. I did get some answers. I starred them from the question of your favorite soup.
Ooh, okay.
I know. So I've got Madame Maru here for House of Cards. I enjoy beef and mushroom soup.
Yes. Very
Okay. Nice. Dancing Soul Sister just had a huge bowl of
nice
soup, potatoes, and chickpeas. Right on.
Nice.
So, and we were talking about rituals. Yes, French press coffee is a ritual for sure.
That's how we drink our coffee. Yes.
And dancing says no carrots, chickpeas.
There you go.
Just to be clear. God bless you all.
There you go.
So great. So very great. Oh, it's been fun. Now I want to know one thing.
Yes.
How can we support you and your channel to be a success? Do you have memberships. Do you have this? Do you have that?
I don't currently have memberships. People can help me by making sure that they are still subscribed to my channel and that they give a thumbs up and they ring the bell. Apparently, YouTube has been doing some weird things of late to people. So check to make sure that you're doing that.
Huh.
And after the show, please leave a comment because that does help the YouTube algorithm. If people are interested in getting readings from me, I really like to do private readings, one-on-one readings. And those, you can contact me. I'm, Tarot Stache at Gmail. And we can set something up. I like to do, my preference is to do a 60-minute reading because that gives us a lot of time. It's recorded so that you can access it later if you so choose. And yeah, that's
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot, but and I appreciate it. So
Yeah. Same here. I like my private readings as well, because you can really, this is just superfluous. This is just surface stuff.
Yeah.
And it's valuable, absolutely valuable. But to have a one-on-one, you can just brainstorm and you get that different perspective. Once you get a different perspective, you're on your own. I mean, it's almost like, okay, Gerald, Deborah, just shut up. I got it now. I got it from here.
Well, and it's like you said, there's that beautiful idea of this, people who are watching this, people who are watching the playback, pay attention to the readings because there might be a message for you. And I like what you said to Claudia is, you're asking this question today, you've immediately adjusted the energy around it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if I can change energy around something and I want things to happen differently, trust me, I'm going to pay attention to that. No, I'm not going to be asking the same question multiple times, but it's got my attention. And so I'm going to be doing my own magic with it. So
awesome. Yeah. People forget how powerful they are, how magnificent they are.
Yep.
And you just need to tune in to all these shows that are here to shore you up and see your success. And we'll keep you there.
Okay. One thing you did ask me, what people can do to help me and my channel. This is, I'm going to do this plug. I want people who are watching to be their most authentic self and connect to that healing grid that is out there. Whatever you do, I mean, whatever magic, you write poetry, you dance, whatever, by all means, do that. Continue to do that because you being you benefits all of us.
That's true.
Because when one of us succeeds, all of us succeeds. We have that energy, and that energy is so valuable because, it's been a crazy month. Energetically, there's been you've had guests on your channel talking about that and the crazy stuff. So
that's so sweet.
Yeah. So.
I love that so much. Thank you so much. I'm just going to find my, we're going to be dancing off the air. So get ready, get your fan out. There we go. It's a little slow, but then it speeds up. Thank you so much, everybody. We really appreciate everything you do. Thanks for showing up. Thank you. Everyone on the replay, thumbs up. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.